Next, after we share and download, we're going to KDP. We're going under the details. If you've saved, it's going to show in progress. And this is going to make sure that everything is correct. If you saved it, you shouldn't have to put that information back in, but I had to put it back in several times because I forgot to save it. But once I got it saved, I was able to go to the next page. And here's where you upload your cover and you upload your interior pages. I did have to do this several times, y'all. So you have to pay close attention to making sure you follow your measurements correctly. When it says 6x9, make sure you put that information in on your Canva page so that when it's downloaded, it'll upload the correct information. I have the 6x9, the no bleed, and the matte. At the very end, when it is accepted, I will make sure that I leave in that information so you can see it correctly. And you can see where I made the mistakes that I made so that you won't make those mistakes. Because it is easy to make those mistakes. Make sure you read carefully the information, because once you upload and you have to go in and you have to redo it again, another box is going to come up and it's going to ask you again, did you use AI? And I did not use AI, not in it at all. Never have when I make my journals. And you're going to have to continuously check that little box that you did not use AI. Okay? So here I am reading everything and getting ready to upload and work on my cover. This is the template that you need to click on KDP to download so that you can be able to follow the measurements so that you won't have any issues with your journal. Here I'm checking to see that the size did pull up on Canva. And then you're going to click to create new custom size. And you put the sizes in that it gives you for the size journal that you want to create, which mine was the 6x9, even though I had put in other figures prior to. And then it'll pull up the templates that you can choose from. And I put in the top box cover journal. And it came up with the different styles. And on each one of these photos, those little boxes that each thing is written in or picture is in, you have to make sure that you click on those little boxes because they all have where you can put information in, like different type of photos. If you've done thumbnails, you already know that's pretty much the same concept as what you would do with a thumbnail. Now, I went through this a couple of times because the photo that I did choose was a little different than the photo in the first video that I really wanted to use, but it was a digital video. It was, so I couldn't save the photo and use it. So here I'm just trying to decide what size or what photo, what style that I want to go with. And I basically was looking still for the water because that was just beautiful to me. And it would be the best photo to use on my journal because I want it to be unisex for men and women to be able to purchase. That's why I don't have on the interior. I don't have any flowers and things like that, like I do have inside of my other one or two other journals. I had, flowers or something that basically just represented, the feminine, the woman. But this one is going to be unisex. So that's all I'm doing is trying to decide what I want to use. If you like, this is where you can add your own selfies, your own uh, personal photos. If you like going to the beach or catching the sunrise and early in the morning or the um, sunset in the evening, or like taking nature walks, things like that. This is where you can put in your own personal photo as your book cover. If you like, if you're a flower person, if you're a bird watcher, um, there's so many different things, that you can put on your cover, as long as it's, decent and permitted by Amazon, KDP, Amazon, because it will go in review. Uh, so this is a time that you can put that on your cover. Happy choosing. Here you see the error box says 1, 2, and 120. My cover was perfect from the beginning, but I didn't pay attention and I kept changing my cover. Page 1, page 2, and page 120 were the issues. My letters and words was bleeding outside of the zone. So when I finally paid attention, after I went through that messing with my cover several times that was unnecessary and messing up my cover, that I finally snapped and paid attention that those numbers are the pages that need to be addressed. So then I finally went back and you will see me address my pages, page 1, 2, and 120. Yeah. And this is where I selected, and there I saw right there, that is my page 1. And I still did not pay attention that I was looking at my page 1 that needed to be corrected. I would not have spent over 2 hours that I spent because I didn't pay attention. Those are the pages, but I didn't get it. So y'all see my mistake. You know what to avoid. You know what to recognize so you don't make that same mistake. Okay? As you can see, the little yellow box that's faded a little bit says approve. Once you have your cover correct and all your interior pages, then you'll be able to select approve, and that's when you go into being able to do the what they call the rights. You'll be able to do your rights and set your amount that you want to put your book at, your pricing. Set your pricing. That's what I'm trying to say. You'll be able to set your pricing on your book, and then it'll also show you other information. So when we get that part, we'll go over that. So here I'm just baffled when I should not be. But like I said, it's been a minute since I did my last journals. So all I need to do was correct it page 1, 2, and 120, and that would have been that. And here I am going back into Canva, messing with my cover, rechecking the measurements when I should not have had to, when they were perfect. Going back through unnecessary steps because I did not pay attention that it was my pages. But eventually, by the grace of God, I woke up. Thanks for watching my videos. We will continue with part 6, and you will get to do the next steps, and that will be the final steps of creating a journal from start to finish, step by step, with Sherwin on Sherwin Vibes. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all and have a blessed day.